All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome into a very savage edition of the BCP Shameless Promo, brought to you by our friends over at Funkenstein Wrestling Superstore, located in Englishtown, Flea Market in New Jersey. Check them out online, eBay. Heather, Dan, thank you for sponsoring the show. You know you got to get your Ninja Turtles, your Ghostbusters, retro games. I know you like that, PJ. We got a lot of good stuff. And guys, check them out, Funkenstein Wrestling Superstore. Guys, thank you so much for sponsoring the show. That being said, don't want to bury the lead here. Please welcome back to the show by now a first ballot BCP Hall of Famer. You know him as the IWA Heavyweight Champion. He's got a title defense coming up. We'll talk about that in a little bit. He is the Climb for Clout winner, briefcase winner over at Invictus Wrestling, and he is our BCP Match of the Year winner. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Please welcome back to the show, the Savage one, Mr. PJ Savage. PJ, welcome back, bro. It's always good to see you.
Man, it's an honor, man. Thank you for having me back on. Yeah, I've been looking to do some podcasts, got some stuff I want to talk about to everybody, put everybody on notice, call out some people. Why not? You know, that's what I do all the time. And man, it's an honor to be back on the show. And I'm coming back with some accolades now. I got some things put next to me. You can't forget IWA Wrestler of the Year, Invictus Pro Wrestling Wrestler of the Year. We got some things, some titles and monikers next to the name now. So 2022 was a good building year, and it's time to go off 2023 then.
Dude, I don't want to go over an hour, man. I could list your accolades the whole time. I got most of them. You know, I try my best. There's too many to count. But all joking aside, man, I've talked to you over the years, man. You've always been great to us. You've been great to a lot of other wrestlers. We'll talk about that in a little bit as well. I think I got some good questions for you. But you have literally, and I always say this with you, grab the bull by the horns. I saw you with those chips on your shoulders. I saw you. And you're not happy. I can tell you're not happy yet, but you have done so many things. You have made so much noise. You have caught the attention of the veterans and bigger names in the business. You have done so much. I'm very proud of you for that. You should be proud of yourself. I can tell you're not even close to being finished. I can tell you're not satisfied, but heck of a 2022, man. I saw you reach out looking to, be on some podcasts. And I said, dude, for you, anytime. You're a soundbite machine, man. We are a conduit for you guys. We do not wear company hats, man. Was there anything that you wanted to lead off? I have a bunch of questions. Was there anything that you wanted to say? Is there a particular reason you wanted to, have a voice here today?
Man, there's a lot of reasons. There's a lot of things to talk about. There's no more Takeover. That's one of the things that we had to break into. There's no more Takeover. What's next at Invictus Pro Wrestling? What's going on at Titan Championship Wrestling? Mm-hmm. But one of the things that you said that really sticks with me is that, no, I'm not happy. I do have a little bit of a Derek Jeter complex. Yeah. Where it's a Yankee mentality. If you didn't win the World Series, it's not a successful year. And I didn't sign a contract. I want to sign a contract, whether it's Impact, MLW, somewhere. That's the goal. That's where I want to be. I know there are some things that are holding me back that I'm working on, and I'm getting there, and I'm getting to the point where I need to get to. But I do feel like the moment I'm put on one of those stages, there's going to be no doubt in anyone's mind that I'm more than ready, more than capable, more ready than some of the guys they already have on their rosters. I don't care if this leads to heat when I walk into certain locker rooms. I know what I bring to the table. I know what I bring forth. I can do it all. I can talk, I can wrestle, I can go bell to bell, and I'll wake up at 6 a.m. and do the podcast and the interviews and be the company guy. I could wave the flag. And in the locker room, I'm just that guy. And yeah, there could be people bad-mouthing me, or whether they want me to be next to them, because there's a gate. There are gate holders. There are people that don't want you in certain places because they know when a guy like me walks into there, you put them next to me, there's going to be no question who deserves to be the top guy. And I know what that comes with. I want to be the best. I want to be number one. I walk into any company I walk into, I want to be the guy. That's me. That's who I am, and I'm never going to change that. I'm not going to change that for nobody. I'm not going to change that for promoters, for people hiring me. When I walk into any place, that's who I am. I don't care if I'm 1 year in and that guy's 35 years in. I want to be better than him. No one's going to stop that from me. I bring that same energy to each and every person I face and I'm in the locker room with. If you don't like it, you don't like it. I'm going to elevate you by being me. Just remember that. I'm going to elevate each and every guy that gets put in front of me just by being me. Because I'm going to walk in and go, if you're not on your shit, you done fucked up because I'm going to take your spot. And when I take your spot, you can come and try to get it back. Chances are you won't, because no one's going to bring what I bring to the table. Point blank.
Dude, and I love the intensity. I love the passion. You, like I said, you're the soundbite machine, man. I really thought, I've had you on the show so many times, and I really did my research. I really have so many questions. And you know me, I always like to psychoanalyze you guys. I feel like there's so many cliches and different kinds of commentary. I really like to kind of just look back at you guys. And for you guys that don't know, PJ was a guy who he's always been this hungry. He's always trained hard. He was kept in the nest for a long time. And sure, he got to fight some of the names. We'll mention, I don't know, former WWE champion Bobby Lashley he's been in the ring with. He's killing it. But to see your hunger and then for you to actually deliver in 2022 has been amazing. For you to literally put on a show, for you to form Takeover, we'll get into that, of course, for you to do so many things to get the heavyweight gold, man. I'm very proud of you. To get the feud with Mac, we'll talk about that as well, man. Like I said, I can tell it's not enough. You've always been a guy, just psychoanalyzing here, that has helped everybody, myself included, Bougie included. And I know that's a name that's not your favorite right now, but is PJ in 2023 maybe going to be a little more selfish than he was in 2022?
PJ Savage, the wrestler, is 100% selfish now. There's every bit of me that's saying it's about me now. It's not about me helping the guys I came up with. It's not about me helping that guy that's next to me. It's about elevating me. It's time to feed my family. It's time to sign a contract. I can help guys get to where they need to get to. I help build the guys that were in Takeover. They might not ever look at it like that. I helped them get to where they got to. And none of it came to me. None of it. None of the accolades, none of the pats on the backs, none of the good jobs. And that rubbed me the wrong way. I put up a video. It was I kind of know what you do with my energy now. I put my all into something and none of it came back to me. No thank yous, no I love yous, no thanks. No, damn, bro. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be here. None of that came my way. There's that part of me that's fuck everybody now. It's about me. It's about doing what I know I can do. Wrestling the Chris Dickinsons, wrestling the Bobby Lashleys, wrestling the Monster Max, the Dan Moffs, the Homicides. I'm ready for that level. I'm past that level. It's time to show that I am past that level. It's time to show that a Dan Maff can't hang with me. It's time to show that I'm ready to take the throne away from him. He calls himself the King of the North. God damn it, step in the ring with me. Stop stepping in the ring with guys like Kerr and all these other guys. No disrespect to any of them. But God damn it, I respect you so much, Dan Maff. I'm going to bring the fight to you. I'm going to bring everything to you. You don't have to do nothing but sit there. And I'm going to elevate everything I do. It turns to gold. Everything I face, every person I get put on a pedestal with, it raises about 10 more levels because that's what I bring to the table. I face Mac. How many people in Titan Championship Wrestling face Mac? Jay Bougie, one of them. How many people face Mac and no one talked about it? Yeah, maybe they did a podcast or two, but no, it never got blown up. No one talked about it or news articles or whatever the case may be. They did when I faced Mac. Because I raised the bar, I raised the level. That's what I bring to the table. I'm going to take a Mac and I'm going to elevate him, even though he's at the top of the game. I'm going to show guys that are here. But that's because I'm going to raise it way past any one of them can and can't even imagine. That's what I bring to the table. That's what makes me hungry. That's what makes me want it. No, I'm not happy. I'm not happy with 2022. I'm not happy with how any of it transpired. And it comes down to I don't feel like I got the notoriety I deserved. I don't feel like I got the eyes I deserve to be on me that should have been on me. And I do feel like I'm one of the most overlooked guys coming into 2023. Some people probably just think I'm another big guy who can't get in shape and isn't going to get his shit together. There's a lot of things that people throw out there. Oh, he's got a belly. You know, he doesn't want it. A lot of people don't know what I do and I put into the background of this. There's that part of me that's like, yes, I'm 100% selfish now. It's all about me. But then there's a part of me that would never die about helping the other guys.
Yeah.
And that's what comes into one of the breaking news is I'm basically in charge of CPW, Chosen Pro Wrestling. And just to give each one of you, a little rundown, back down of what CPW is going to be. It is a new promotion. Yes, under the Titan Championship umbrella, but it's more like it's under the indie umbrella. And what I mean by that is this is a brand that I wish that was around when I first came out of Gleason's. It's a place where people who are just getting started, you're coming out of a school and you're not getting booked, go to Chosen. You're coming out of a new territory like New England or Baltimore or Florida, and you're coming to New York and New Jersey for the first time and you're trying to get looked at, contact me. I'm going to put you on. I'm going to give you a chance to show that you deserve to be on a stage. That's what Chosen Pro Wrestling is going to be about. It's going to be the farm system to get elevated. It's the farm system for a Titan Championship Wrestling. Titan Championship Wrestling is going places this year. They're going to do big things. They already got like 28 dates already booked up for the year. That's half the year. There's a lot of good things that they're doing, but what's 2024 going to look like for them? What's 2025 going to look like for them? What's that going to look like for IWA? What's that going to look like for Invictus Pro Wrestling or any of these other companies? Or just the indie scene in general, especially for New York and New Jersey. I want to make sure it prospers. I want to be a part of a farm system. I want to be a part of something that was considered great, because if I'm looked at as one of the best, if not the best from that system, and there's nothing but gems and diamonds coming out of there, how do I look now? You know? And I want to make sure there's a lot of gems and diamonds that are hidden away, and I want to make sure they get seen, man. There's too many. There's guys like Joe Cruel from Magic. That man, he's had bangers. He had a banger with me. He had a banger with Darius Carter in the same day. Yeah. A lot of people don't even know he did that in the same day. Another fellow RTB member, Abed Arones, he's a beast. Jacko hasn't been seen in a singles capacity. Jacko's a monster in the ring. He's an absolute monster. There's so many guys that I could think of right from the top of my head that aren't getting chances. And they deserve chances. They deserve them at every single one of those levels. And I feel like Chosen Pro Wrestling is going to be a place where you're going to be like, holy shit, where did that guy come from? How did no one see him first? And I want to make sure there's a place for the boys that we have a chance to show that we can be at that level, because I had to fight for everything I got now. There's no school behind me. There's no teacher. There's no trainer pushing me and sending my shit out. It's all me. And I want to help out guys that are all them and give them a platform. And the road to Chosen starts March 25th. There's going to be a tryout in Bayville, New Jersey. Come out to $5 tryout. If you're willing to invest $5 in yourself, I know you're going to take this shit serious. It's $5. I'm not trying to hurt your pocket. Just come in, pay the $5, get into the tryout. I'm going to run you through the ringer that day, and I'm going to be in there with you. It's going to be a legit tryout. We're not running 2 drills. We're running a tryout all damn day. And at the show, there's a show that night. I know there's going to be a couple standouts get put onto the show. And one of the main standouts is going to get a chance to get onto Titan. And basically, the roster is going to get picked from this tryout for Chosen Pro Wrestling. So please, if you're watching this, come out to CPW's tryout. Come out to the free-for-all. Daniel Alexander is one of the guys helping me out with this. There's so many guys. Johnny Moran's going to be a part of it. Riley Shepard's going to be a part of it. Look, she wants to. There's so many women out there that are wrestling, and I know it's kind of a dry landmine out here. It's like one of the divisions that should be so amazing, but you know what it is? There's women that get stuck in Pennsylvania in a certain little local promotion. There's some that get stuck in New Jersey, some that get stuck in Connecticut, and they don't come together. It's time to bring them together and help Chosen have one of the best women divisions there is on the face of this indie circuit. You know what I'm saying? And of course, that can bleed into goddesses, so they could get a chance to show that they can hang with a Vicky, that they can hang with a Riley Shepard, that they, you know. So it's all about showing that you can do it. All the things that were held against me, that people weren't giving me the opportunities, I want to give that to the guys next to me. When I leave this scene, when I sign a contract, I'm not going to be on the scene no more. I want to leave my imprint on this scene before I sign that contract. That's what I'm all about, man. You know that about me.
I do, man. And I'm glad I asked the questions, because it's not to say you're contradicting. I'm getting good at this journalism thing. Not to say you're contradicting yourself, but you were saying, you know, how selfish you were going to be. And now you're But I'm not discrediting you because that's who you are, man. You're true to yourself. Like, you're always going to be that guy that gives back. You're talking about the women's division. You're talking about up and comers for people who are having opportunities that you didn't necessarily have. And that's what I love about you, man. And I think those actually are the intangibles that are going to make you go very far, aside from having the right eyes on you, which is a whole nother conversation, expanding out of New Jersey and beyond and the Northeast, man. But I know you made some noise. Mac even said you made some noise. I'm very proud of you, man. We were getting a lot of opinions with the awards. Like, I was like, I'm never doing this again. But you were going to be our breakout, our breakout star of 2022. Very well deserved, because you should be proud of those things, man, and very well deserved, man. But it's good to see your passion to be a little selfish. And I am getting good at this journalism thing, man, not to be hard hitting or anything, but you talk about the accolades, you talk about the eyes. Are we talking PWI 500? Are we talking AEW Dark? Are we talking those things? And I don't want to bring them up, but we know where this is leading.
Yeah, man. I didn't get on the PWI 500.
You should have. Just from the amount of noise.
A lot of people say that.
Yeah.
I should have. Am I not the guy that reaches out to create the friendships? No, I don't kiss ass. I'm not a guy that's going to be in people's inboxes. I'm me. What I bring to the table is what you're going to get. Yeah. Look at my if this list is concrete and it's solidified, then everybody's looking at everybody's list. There's thousands of workers. I know there's ways I could get missed and I could get thrown under the table and lost into the shuffle. But I do feel 100% overlooked by that. There's guys on that list. No disrespect. Congratulations to everybody who made it. Do I want to be on the list? Hell yeah. I want that next to my name. Who doesn't want that next to their name? But the main thing I want next to my name is a contract. AEW Dark, I would love to get on AEW Dark. I would love to do extra work with WWE and things like that. But again, I'm not with a school. If you're on the indies, if you're a worker, right, you know how this works.
Yes.
You're with Pat Buck, you're with Creative Pro, you get into WWE, you do some extra work. That road for you is very easy to get into and attain. You're working with Battle Club Pro and you got links with certain guys there, and you work with other companies and places that are pushing their guys and helping them. Like Damian Adams, that man goes to war for his wrestlers and he gets them on. He gets them on AEW Dark. He gets them onto all these places. And I don't have that. I don't have anyone pushing me. I don't have anyone shouting my name from the top of the mountain. And there's a part of me that likes that. There's a part of me that likes it, because the day I do get on to one of these companies, you're going to know I did it on my own. And I feel like that's going to mean so much more. I feel like that's going to bring so much more to the table. It's like, who is this kid? He got here with nobody. He's showing us something, because you better believe I'm going to show everyone something. I'm going to be that guy that shows up. Like, I remember I just watched something recently because I study everything, and Shaft was a guy I was studying from Seattle. He ended up on AEW Dark. I forgot who he was facing. I think it was Brian Cage. And he got a pop from the crowd. Crowd went nuts. It was like, Shaft's in the ring. It's like, that's going to be me the day I'm in Jersey. AEW Dark is happening. I'm in that crowd. That whole crowd's going to go fucking nuts. They're like, holy shit, PJ Savage is here. Finally, he's here. There's going to be a pop. Remember that. Listen to that. I'm that guy that listens to the crowd. I play with the crowd. I know how to work with the crowd. No one knows how to do that, man. I bring something to the table, and somebody's going to notice it, man. And there was somebody who I have a lot of respect for. I won't name drop him. Talked to him this weekend, and he told me, he's like, you're not off. You're not far. You just need somebody smart to see you. Because once somebody smart sees you, they're going to know what to do with you, and they're going to put you in front of some people. And you just got to get in front of the right people. And right now, you just haven't been in front of the right people. And he was right. He was right. So now it's time to get put in front of those people. And I know it's contradicting the whole thing we was talking about. I'm selfish and I'm, helping people out at the same time. There's a part of me that would never die in trying to help people out.
Yeah.
But the part of me that is dying is I'm not going to bat for nobody anymore. I'm not going to bat for no one but me. That's the only person I'm fighting for. Any of those conversations I have with promoters or people hiring me, I'm the only name I'm speaking now. That's where the selfish part comes into.
That's it. Sounds like me after my first marriage. PJ, I did want to say this, man, because you spoke so eloquently about it. And I'm not just saying this, like, I love talking with you. I love having you on the podcast. I believe in you because I see your work ethic. I see how you help everyone. And living vicariously through other people that I'm close with in the business. Once you do get that call, man, I think everything you say, because you will, I think it will be this year. You will get that call and you will get that pop because they're going to know who you are, especially anywhere here in the Northeast. And obviously you said it many times, you have to have the right eyes on you. You have to be in the right place at the right time, get the right reaction, a little bit of politicking. Let's be real. For some 100%. Of these things, it's who you know, but it's, we used to say this in the music business. It's like, well, it's who you know, but it's also the work you put into network to get to know and build and all that stuff. And you know that, man. We got to talk about it, PJ. You can go in detail as you want, whatever you're comfortable with. Takeover 2022. Yeah. I love that you took nothing and you made it something. You took 4 guys, yourself included, Bougie, the faceless ones, who I've gotten to know much better, and made so much noise fighting Shane Taylor Promotions, putting on your own event. That was just an amazing event all around, having a match of the year with the Goons. I mean, you guys did so much. We heard some whispers at the end there. Bougie was getting some accolades. I had heard some things before things went down. And we saw in that match of the year, we saw the Briefcase. I think he took out his own guy. I think it was Jocko went down. And he just kind of stood there during the pin. I saw the look on your face outside. And that was the beginning of the end. We were talking with you and Mac. Bougie was interjecting himself. And I get it. These things happen, especially in wrestling. These things happen. You guys made so much noise. There was so much more to tell. I even kind of feel that there's more to tell now that you guys are apart. But it seems like you guys have just completely, like, we're just separating. We're doing our own thing. And I respect it. But I just feel like Gargano, Ciampa, they're together. They're not. Gargano wins, Ciampa, congratulations. Like, I feel like you guys are like Lex and Clark, man. Like, I just feel that. I feel like there's more to this story. Is it just, we're just going to bye-bye for now? Like, I know Face is kind of with Bougie, Jocko's kind of with you. There's just, it's all over the place, man. Is there more to this story, or is it just Savage time?
It was all over the place. And I don't like that. I like to know where we're going. And if things are just, we don't know where we're going, what are we doing? If there's no end game, what's the point? When Takeover was formed, mind you, there was more members to Takeover. There was you know what? Forget it. Here's a Bob Culture exclusive.
I'll take it, man. Please,
whatever. The original members of Takeover was 6 members. It was myself, Bougie, Face, Jacko, Prince Ahmed.
Oh.
And Big Matthew Banks down in Arkansas, also known as Psycho Pump. We were the boys, man. We took over Gleason's. We knew, like, we were talent that no one can touch. You couldn't lace our boots. There was people that came out of Gleason's that all saw the talent we were. And they used to tell us, stay here, stay in Gleason's, don't come on to Indies. Because they knew what would happen. We would come out and take over. And I remember when we all kind of made the decision to head out. And when the 4 of us, particularly me, the faceless ones, and Bougie, it was a good mix. The people have heard this before. The original Takeover was only supposed to be me and the faceless ones. And Bougie got thrown into the mix, which he was just with us. He was always with us. So why not, And it added another element to it that made it funny as hell. And he brought so much to the table. So it made sense. And I remember when we got together, it was like, it's very hard to see a collective of guys like this together and have the talent that we have. And it just needs to be shown. And there were some bumps along the way. We had an amazing spotlight with Takeover versus STP. And that was just a hint to show people, like, I was on the indie scene, 6 months? And then that happened. It was like, look what we bring to the table. Look what we make noise, we shudder, we filled out Richfield. Half the companies that run over Richfield can't fill it out. We did that with just a little bit of backing, some backing from Invictus Pro Wrestling, and of course STP. And you know what? To be honest, Takeover and STP, both groups haven't been the same since that show. Both groups have not been the same. Ron, you haven't seen Ron with STP. Shane Taylor's been on his own. Khan left, it's been all over the place. O'Shea, they haven't really been together. That was kind of like the last hurrah for both squads. We put a lot into it. We brought a lot to the table, and then coming out of it, Bougie was becoming a little bit of a star in his own right. And then the Faceless Ones still needed to figure shit out. And we expected them to figure more out, and they didn't. And they kind of became at odds. And then it was just like, I'm not doing this. I'm not going to sit here and be the parent that goes, we need to be together and do this and do that. Our Bougie already had turned his back on us. And then it was just like, I'm not doing this, man. I had ended up hitting Face with a briefcase or a chair or something. And then it was just like, why? Like, why are we doing this? This just doesn't make sense anymore. Because now it's like, now we're going to feud in between here. And Jacko and Face is going to start feuding. And then Takeover is just going to be like the inner fighting. And it's just like, I'm not here for that. I'm on to,
okay.
I hold the Clout for Clout Briefcase over at Invictus. I want the social media championship. I want to let that be known. And before we end this, I'm going to drop some breaking news on that. There's so much more that I have on the horizon for me. And I've been putting a lot of me on the back burner when it came to Takeover. And it's Savage season now, baby. It's Savage season. It's all about me. It's all about me, my family, the people who support me. It's time to take over in my own right.
You kind of answered this already, man, but I'm still going to ask this question because, first of all, it's a common tale. You have a faction. People are going to, like, you guys had to know at some point you were going to go your separate ways. Man, I try so hard to be impartial. Bougie just got a little, I don't know, man. It just, the list and AEW Dark all happened so close together. He's interrupting your pod. He was very rude to me on commentary. He's very rude to me on my own show. Very, like, disrespectful to Vicky. Like, just, I don't like this. And he's very talented and he can go very far, but like, this is my least favorite version of Bougie right now, man. And I know you were very close to him, man. But that being said, man, you know, it's a common tale when factions break up, go their separate ways. But you kind of said, hey, I don't want to do the inner fighting. And I respect that. You're like, I have heavyweight gold to target. I got the social media gold. Like, I respect that. You're focused on your goals, but there's a business side to things. And I feel like, is there a way someone could get you guys to sit down in a room together and say, hey, we can tell a story here. We can make money with this, because it has Bougie versus Savage happened after the breakup takeover. I don't think it's happened anywhere. I think this is money for any booker or promotion. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, hell yeah. It'll be money anywhere we go, but the story has to be told right.
Okay.
It has to be told right. It has to be put into the right hands. Takeover isn't done. It's not done. I said it at Invictus Pro. Takeover is not done. What is done is right now. Takeover is too fractured. Time heals all wounds. Who knows what can happen 6 months from now? Who knows? Maybe there'll be another Takeover show this year. You think we're done? Maybe we're not. Maybe there'll be a Savage show this year. You know, like, you don't know what I have up my sleeves. I'm going to be that guy that pulls all the tricks and rabbits out the hat. But yes, there is money in PJ Savage versus Jay Bougie. There's money in Jacko versus Face. There's money in all of us fighting each other. And that pop, when we all stand in the ring and we form back together, everyone knows how good that's going to feel. And it's going to take over the scene. Am I ready to do that?
Fair enough.
If someone brought that to the table to me right now, unless it comes connected to a contract, my answer is no.
Fair enough. Fair enough, man. And that's a really good, smart answer. That's good business. I respect that you're always very true to yourself, man. We mentioned Invictus briefly. You mentioned you might, I guess, have an exclusive here. I'm all about the BCP exclusive. Invictus, for those who don't know, PJ holds the Climb for Clout briefcase, so he can catch. So, dude, I mean, what do you got for us, man? Because we've seen you carrying that thing around, man. Very unique briefcase, by the way.
Invictus has a show coming up March 3rd at the Bronx Brewery. I love that place, man. The Bronx Brewery, it was Invictus' show in the Bronx, and it was electric. And I had a little inside information that Big Ben Bishop is going to be in the building that night.
Oh, okay.
The social media champion, he's going to be there, and I'm going to be there. And the spoiler is you're going to know whether I'm cashing in or not that night. that night, everyone will know what's going to happen with that briefcase. So tune in, watch it on IWTV. Go get your tickets. Go be there live. Because no matter what, and this isn't me announcing that I'm cashing in that night. Or maybe it is. But people will know what is the future of that briefcase and that title that night.
Very well said. And the Bronx, I don't know, maybe one of your favorite teams plays there. I don't know, maybe just I get a feeling knowing PJ Savage is a big Yankees guy. It's in the Bronx. Something might happen. Just my integrity here. My instinct
I want to
here.
speak this into existence. And I want this. My wife is the only person I've ever said this to. My biggest dream in professional wrestling. It's so hard to speak about this. Because it's hard to, if it never happens, and I have to live with that if it never happens. But my biggest dream in professional wrestling is to win the WWE Championship at Yankee Stadium.
Ooh, I like
that. That is my dream, to win the championship. When you're a kid, you always wanted to either play for the Yankees, you wanted to play shortstop for the Yankees, you wanted to be captain for the Yankees. I wanted to be that, but I also wanted to be WWE champion. And I get to do both. I want to do both. Wear some Yankee gear that night, don the pinstripes, and win the biggest prize in the game. That's my biggest dream in professional wrestling. So anything I do in the Bronx is going to be special. I'm a big old Yankee fan. Everybody knows that. My DNA is Derek Jeter. I don't revel in the things I'm doing. I'm not a guy that goes, you know what, you're doing good. I'll never forget when Derek Jeter broke Lou Gehrig's record and he ran the first. And his father asked him, he was like, can you please enjoy the moment? And Jeter said, we're down. We're down by 2. And it's like, that's me, man. That is me. If I'm not there, if it's not the end goal, if it's not winning the game or holding up that trophy at the end of the season, it's all a failure. And for me, holding up the trophy is signing a contract right now. Once I sign the contract, then it's about holding the biggest prize that company has. And then growing and going forward, man. And that's what I'm all about.
Dude, I love that so much, man. And I'll make a pact with you right here, man. If that first of all, if you're competing for the WWE Championship, but if you are somehow, some way, man, because I do believe in all y'all and I've seen it happen before. If you are competing for the WWE Championship, let's say it does happen at Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, I will be there to watch that match, man.
There we go, baby.
You have my word. You never know, brother.
You see Triple H for selling tickets already.
Let's go. Money. Let's go. The Savage's money. The ratings go up when Savage is on. Speaking of which, man, let's talk about IWA a little bit, right? February 18th, we got Anarchy Rules in the Nut House in Nutley, New Jersey. Guys, get your tickets now. In fact, wait, it's sold out already. Great job. So IWA, check that out, guys. The Savage one defending his IWA Heavyweight Championship against Ozito, who's been on kind of a tear lately, man. I've seen Ozito he's quick, dude, man. You got to be maybe a little worried about this.
I'm never worried. It's more of I know what kind of fight I'm going to be in for that night. This is going to be, when it comes to the style of this match, expect a New Japan style match.
Ooh, okay.
Expect a very Kenny Okada kind of match between me and Ozito that night. And that's what I'm going to bring to the table. I haven't really been able to showcase that side of me on the indies yet. But that's the match I can have. I can go 40-45. I can go bell to bell and not get blown. I can go. And it's time to show that I can go. And Ozito is going to be in for one hell of a fight that night. If people thought Kenny Omega at the top of his game was something, wait until you see when I start pulling all the hats out my bucket. It's going to be a sight to see, and I'm going to bring a whole different side of me out this year. And IWA is a very special place, man. It's got its YouTube show, which the season finale saw me beat Jay the Key Evans in another main event. I defended the belt 4 times on that show in the first season. I want to defend it. I think there's 8 episodes in the lead up. The show comes back February 26th, season 2 of Intensity. And I think it's going to be 8 episodes leading up to Mayhem. And I want to defend it all 8 episodes. Like, that's the tear I'm on. That's what I want to be on. And I want nothing but high quality opponents. And I want to just show I can go. And IWA is a place that's been letting me show what I can be. And especially bell to bell and just being a champion. I take pride in that stuff, man. And The YouTube show, I'm proud of that YouTube show. Please, everybody go out, watch Intensity, man. If you haven't seen it yet, go watch the first, I think it's like 8 or 9 episodes. Go out, watch the first 8 or 9 episodes of Intensity. And when it comes back in February 26th, it's going to be on fire. Make sure you go watch that.
Yeah, man. First things first, J Key, man, had some great matches, a great point. We got to change that catchphrase, bro. I'm sorry, man. I hate to be that
you
guy.
You heard it, right? Yeah, you heard it.
I got a cavity, bro. Like it was, oh man.
It was bad. It was bad.
All the love to him, but all the respect, but
it was the first thing I thought. I'm holding the belt. He comes up to me. He says this catchphrase, and I was like, Jesus Christ, that was probably the worst catchphrase
it was not
I've ever heard. I don't even remember. Jay the Keys, something about me. I don't know, man. It was pretty bad. The guy has one hell of a spin kick, though. He has one hell of a spin kick. I give him that. He almost knocked my tooth out.
Great competitor. Yeah. Yeah,
100%. But somebody, the James Ellsworth's fucking
what the man?
That one. Yeah, you know, like
man with 2 hands.
Somebody needs to help him out on that.
Yeah.
Somebody needs to help him out on that end. But yeah, it's been dope, man.
It should be good. And PJ, I love you to death, man. But I got to call it down the middle, man. IWA PJ might be my least favorite PJ. Maybe I'll like you better now Takeover's out of the equation, man. But bro, I haven't been there in a while. I'll be calling your match on the 18th, man. But dude, you were out there for every single match. You're on commentary you're great on commentary. Don't get me wrong. You're out there, dude. You were rocking a blazer and a tie at one point. Looked great, by the way. But you were out there for every single match. Takeover is getting involved in every single match. I've talked to Frank about this. There's something called collusion going on with Takeover and Frank. Is this over? Is this just PJ? Because there's a lot of funny business going on over at IWA. I'm just calling it down the middle, bro.
It's over with Frank, all right? The honeymoon's over.
Okay.
Frank's gone. But I found out somebody else owned IWA, Eric Padilla. I found out he's a 50-50 owner. So maybe there's a collusion there. But
here we go. Sounds about right.
Look, one thing I will always bring to the table, we might not be a group, but I am Takeover. I am what a takeover looks like. I come into a company, I can do commentary, I can run the damn show, I could be the referee, I might even announce next show, and I could be your heavyweight champion. I'm an all-in-one, I'm a takeover. That's what I bring to the table. That's what I do. And that's what I get to do at IWA, and I'm not going to let Frank stop that, man. Come on, I invited Frank to beat up Brandon down here. Everyone wants to beat up Brandon down here. He just has that face. You just want to.
He's a good kid. He's a good kid.
No, he's not. He's a shit kid. He doesn't even help out with the ring. Come on, man. I hate that kid, man.
Oh boy.
But look, PJ at IWA, I like it because it's one of the places where I could be a bad guy. You know, like the moment. This is the problem I run into when I first hit the indie scene. I was supposed to be the bad guy. I was supposed to be the big dominant heel. You know, you build up and you do things with, and you run into the champion. And the problem that I ran into is that I connected with the crowd too much.
Yeah.
And I'm just me, man. I'm me. I'm not gonna
good problem to have, but yeah.
Yeah, if a kid puts out his hand and he wants to buy my T-shirt and he wants to take a picture, I'm not gonna tell him no. You know, I'm just not at that stage yet. When I build up more equity in the PJ Savage area, and I'm a little bit more bigger and I have more of a name to me, then I could smack that fan's hand away. You know what I'm saying? And I could run and go. I can go on one hell of a heel run. I promise you.
I know you could.
No one has seen it yet. I'm a funny guy at IWA who's a little bit of a heel. The PJ you get at Invictus and at Invictus is more of a little more of a tweener. That just has some bad guy streaks.
More your Stone Cold Mox, like in the middle. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like right there. And then the PJ you get at TCW is more of just a baby face and is going to take on all these Titans and knock them down. And I get to do something different at every company. And that's what I love. And that's what I love about the people who follow me at all these companies. They get to see different versions of me. And I love doing that just to show someone like Triple H, hey, I can do whatever you need to do. And I'm going to get over in every aspect of it. I'm going to try and find my way to get over and being a heel, being a tweener, and being a baby. I'm going to do my part. And that's what I love about it. And IWA, it's a good place to be a bad guy because when we do the tapings for the show, there's no crowd to cheer me. So when I come out, it's all just boos because the boys hate me because I have all the gold and I took all the spots and I'm getting paid the most. So there's heat already there. So fuck them. And I just get to be that bad guy and do whatever the hell I want. And I got Eric Pella, so the hell with Frank. But who knows where that's gonna lead to, man? There's gonna be something that blows that off. That's gonna be huge. I'm not losing that belt this year. I'm gonna be heavyweight champion all the way to next year. I'll probably drop it when I sign my contract. That's where we're at with the IWA belt.
Hey, man, and I'll give you this. Every time you've come on the show, you've said, hey, I want to do this, I want to do this. And you usually check those boxes, man. You wanted heavyweight gold. You wanted to fight Mac, all that kind of stuff. And we'll talk about that right now real quick. I just wanted to say a little funny anecdote for everyone watching, man. I take a lot of pride in doing the backstage interviews and working with you guys. And PJ is the only one that breaks me every single time. Like he'll come up to the ring, total bad, like he says, he has fun with it, total bad guy. But he'll give me that smirk. He'll look me right in the eye over commentary, give me that little smirk, and I'm done, man. He came out with the blazer. I was done, man. You're me, but you have that charisma, man. You know, it's like that thing. Like even then, you're the cool heel that people want to cheer. You know what I mean? Yeah. And like I said, that's a great problem to have, dude. But going back to what I was saying earlier, man, you said you wanted to fight Mac. Probably one of my favorite episodes this year, man. Just you and Mac, that little pre-match showdown. We've done a few of those, and that's by far been my favorite one. It was cool because there was respect throughout. You guys got hot, but it was very understandable. I think you guys really met on your opinions about Bougie. We'll leave it at that. But I felt that really solid match. I actually particularly loved the ending to that match, but I feel, and it doesn't have to be at one promotion or the other. It could be anywhere. Mac is a legend in this business. I feel there's more to that story. I feel that there's so much more to that story. And that was just amazing.
Me and Mac aren't done.
Okay.
By far. I haven't beat him yet.
Yeah.
I haven't beat Mac yet.
Exactly.
That's point blank, period. I haven't beat him yet. That's what I love about Titan. Just to pull back the curtain a little bit, everything's drawn out to a degree. Some of it might be too long. But a lot of it's drawn out and they really tell the story there. Right now they're in depth with story between Gangon and Recon, and that story's been building up for 2 years now, 2 Mount Olympuses ago. Their Mount Olympus is almost like the G1 in New Japan. Wherever you got those last final 4 guys, those are the guys that are going to end up going feuding for the title or just being in the picture. And Gangon and Recon was always those last 2 guys. Moran's always in the mix. And now you got me in the mix, and now you got me and Mac in the mix, and who knows, man? I know Mac wants to hold that belt for a second time. I got my eye on Gangon.
I was going to say, let's just cut to the dude. You are there, and I don't mean to interrupt you, man, but you have been there for years behind that curtain watching every main event, man. You've talked about it on this show, man. You feel that you should be in that spot.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
I want that title. I want that title. I want that title more than anything. It's going to mean the world to me when I hold that title. I want that TCW championship more than any other gold I want right now. I already have the IWA Heavyweight Championship. The Invictus titles, I already got my eyes set on them. They're already almost in my grasp. But that TCW championship, I remember the first time I seen it was at the Free For All, the first one they did, the first tryout that I came out of. And I remember Vince Ceres just holding it. And I was like, damn, that's a pretty belt. It's a pretty belt. It was the first indie gold I seen. And like you said, man, that's me at every company. I'm the guy that's watching every match. I'm the guy watching, especially the main event. You're in the main event or you're holding heavyweight championship gold. Why are you holding it and I'm not? You know, what do you bring to the table? And oh my God, I'm gonna light a fire under Anthony Gangon's ass. Oh my God, I'm gonna light a fire under his ass. And you know what though? Even if it ain't him. Even if he loses that belt, who knows he loses to? Whether it's Johnny Moran. If he loses to Moran, I'm going to light a fire under Moran's ass. If he loses it to Recon, Rick Recon, Mr. Rock and Roll, I am going to light a fire under them because I'm coming for that spot. And I'm going to turn one of them. If they lose, I'm going to turn them into a transitional champion because I'm going to take that belt. The moment I get a chance, it's not going to be a Mac situation. There was too much respect that I laid that hand for Mac. There was too much. I laid too much respect at his feet. I should have went in there and been disrespectful and then showed him the respect afterwards because I would have came out with the W.
Wow.
That's why I lost. Plain and simple. I got ahead of myself. I hit the knee and wanted to hit another knee. When do I ever let people get back up? I showed them too much respect. I showed them way too much. And if it's him holding that title, oh man, what one hell of a story you can tell of PJ Savage versus Monster Mac for the TCW Heavyweight Championship. Whoever's holding that title, it could be vacant. It's going to be vacant versus PJ Savage. That's what you can count on. I'm going to be in that picture. I want that title. I don't just sit there and watch those matches because I have to watch those matches. I could have been in my car. I could have went home. I could go home. I already got my envelope. I'm the guy that's always there. I'm the first one that shows up. I'm the last one to leave. It was like that this weekend. The only guys who stay there later than me is probably production because they still chucking shit into the trucks. I'm always the last guy to leave, man, and that's what I bring to the table. A lot of people don't understand that, man. I'm hungry. I want it. I'm watching matches. I was one of the only wrestlers that watched that Gangone versus Recon this past Saturday for the TCW Heavyweight Championship. I watched every second of that match. And what did I watch it with? I watched it with a pen and a notepad, taking notes. What do I got to break down Gangone with? What do I got to break down Recon with? Because either way you put it, it's going to go through both of them anyway. When I climb to that top of that mountain, if Recon's holding the belt, I'm going to have to go through Gangone to get the Recon. If Gangone's holding that belt, I'm going to have to go through Recon to get to the belt. So either way you put it, I got to watch that match, and I got to be there front and center because I want to do better than both of them. And then that's the target I put on their backs, man. Any company I'm in, I'm going to make people feel uneasy in that locker room. Why? Because I want to be better than you. I'm telling you to your face. I'm going to be the best heavyweight champion, Titan Championship Wrestling has ever seen. I'm going to be the best social media champion Invictus Pro Wrestling's ever seen. I'm going to be the best grand champion Invictus Pro Wrestling has ever seen. I'm going to be the best IWA heavyweight champion IWA has ever seen. That's what I bring to the table. People don't understand that about me. I'm coming in and I don't just want the belt. I want the accolades. I want the legacy. I want it all. I want to be the face of the company when it's all said and done and I'm out signing contracts and I'm gone for 10, 20 years. People will still be talking about me. That's what I want.
I love it, PJ, man. And this is why I love having you on. I love the fire. I want to be respectful of your time, man. Just a couple more. Do want to ask you this one, man. Because I thought it was another opportunity. Obviously, I know the reason you weren't able to compete in this, man, and you can certainly no comment. We had our big end of the year Pro Wrestling Magic, man. Takeover went through the tournament for the Tri-Wizard Championship, and I thought for sure Prolific versus Takeover was going to happen. I had seen you the night before. You jumped off the stage, man. I brought you a cup of ice, man. It's the best I could do, bro. But I'm no stranger to being around, injuries and people in this business, man. And ankles are never good. They're never fun. And, when I didn't see you there the next day, I was just like, oh, man, I hope it's not his ankle. I can tell you some people in Prolific were really frustrated. I think they wanted to fight Takeover. You know what I mean? And I mean that in a respectful way. Plus, it was an opportunity for gold for you guys. How's the ankle? How are you? How's everything?
First and foremost, I want to apologize to Magic for not fulfilling that end of the bargain. Yeah, it was due to injury. I had a swollen ankle all the way up to halfway to my calf.
I saw it happen.
Yeah. Sprain. It was horrible. I had another booking in January, and I had to pull out of that one too. In January, the first week, in January 8th, I think it was. I had a lot of missed opportunities, man, and that's not who I am. I don't like to be held back. I could have just taped it up and could have went and just be like, look, let's just get it over with, but I couldn't. If I can't go, it's because I couldn't. And I know damn well Prolific is frustrated.
Yeah.
Prolific wants to say they beat us. Prolific wants to be in the ring with us. They want to beat the best. That's respect. You know what I'm saying? Me and Tyree, there's history there. There's Gleason's history. We're both from Johnny Rods. There's a lot there that needs to be told that hasn't been told yet. Who's to say we don't come back? Who's to say I don't come back and just go after Tyree? Go after Lala. Go after Isaiah Wolf. I don't have to have Takeover behind my back to take out Prolific. I don't. I got respect for them, but Tyree knows what that means. Having respect means I'm going to punch you in your face right in front of your face, and I'll stand in front of all four of you goons, all four of you, and punch you in the face by my damn self. And guarantee I'm still going to stand up. Nothing's gonna keep me down. You see a smile on my face. I love a little bit of a challenge. That's what that would be. A little bit of a challenge. Take that how you will. Take that how you will. You know that's what I am.
I love the passion, PJ, man. But I'll tell you this, man, for being backstage and they really wanted to fight you guys, man. You might be getting them fired up right now. Maybe that's the way you want it. I know how you work, PJ. But maybe some members of Prolific versus Savage one. Maybe we'll see some Takeover and former fan. Maybe we have some new people rolling with you, man. But you're definitely killing it. PJ, I hope you're, happy with the interview, man. We just had to catch up on everything, man. I really just wanted to do my research and psychoanalyze you a little bit today, man. And you should be proud. I know you're not happy. You should be proud of your 2022. You did so much. You took nothing and made it something. You made a lot of noise. And I think if you continue to do that, man, the accolades will continue, the opportunities will continue, and you'll get the right eyes on you, and certainly get those opportunities, and you'll stop returning my messages. And that's when I'll know that you're signed, like what always happens. So I kid.
That'll never be me, man. That'll never be me.
I tease. But PJ, thanks for the time. Tell everyone where they can follow you. I think we got a new season of Savage season coming out on YouTube, socials, merch, all that good stuff.
Yeah, man. All the socials is at PJ Savage, ProWrestlingTees.com/PJ Savage. But please check out Savage season this Wednesday, 8 p.m. on YouTube. It goes back to this weekend. Savage season is just a show that's detailing my journey. There's going to be a lot more of just me on Savage season. There's going to be a lot more of my family, my kids, and a lot of insight on who I am, what my journey looks like getting to a contract. And I want the people who support me. There's so many fans out here that are so supportive. And I want them to be a part of the journey. You're going to see a lot of fans on Savage season, just being them, being who they are. One of the things I want to do on Savage season, announce it here on BCP.
Please, thank you.
One of the things I want to do on Savage season is it doesn't have to be every episode, but I want to have the Savage promo, whether it's a fan just coming at me in a promo, or just doing their best impersonation of me. It could even be you, Bob. You could send in your promo. Whoever wants to cut a promo on me or impersonate me, send it in so we can post it up on the episode, highlight you guys, just have fun with it, be very interactive with the fan base and just everybody who's been there for me and everyone who's guys like you that give us platforms and people along the way, like even a Shane Fair. Love Shane Fair. Love
the best.
All these guys.
Best.
Everybody's going to be highlighted and featured on Savage season, man. That's what it's all about. It's about just showing the journey we are on and those car rides and those Wawa trips and just all the in-betweens that the fans don't get to see us go through. They just see us go through the curtain and go back through it. And I get to take you on a deeper journey. So please go check out Savage season if you can, man. This Wednesday, the first episode's back, man.
Check it out. And guys, if you're at a show, get the 8x10s, get the t-shirts, all that good stuff, man. We got this hanging up in the studio. And support the Savage one, man, because
we got new merch dropping next week. New merch dropping next week. Go get those t-shirts, man.
Check it out. PJ, dude, always great catching up with you. I hope to see you at a show down the line. I'll definitely see you at IWA, man. Thanks for taking the time. Continued success to you, man. I believe in you. I think you got this, bro.
Appreciate you, man. It's going to end with a contract this year. Mark my words.
I love it, man, and continued success. And guys, like we always say here on the BCP, everyone stay safe, stay positive, take care of each other. We out. Peace. Go Yankees.